to nobody in particular, and welcome back to more Phasmophobia. Lighthouse farming. Let's try that, farming. Still working on getting that badge. We are sitting at a healthy 26 out of 50. Let's see if we can make that 27 right now. Let's see how long it takes us to make that 27. All right. We have, I was playing with some friends not long ago, so let's get our single player loadout here. That looks better. Still don't need that much incense, but hey, whatever. All right. And heading in to do this. Ooh, nice little stutter there. None of that's important. With a cursed object, because it's entirely unusual to find a cursed object on one of these maps. I'm gonna grab this, we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna grab this. Oh, and it's a nice, is this sunrise or sunset? Well, I guess it depends on if this is an East Coast or a West Coast lighthouse. Alright, I'm gonna ring the bell. Everything has that color. Oh, that's interesting. I've never noticed that before. I wonder if that is supposed to be the angle that I'm facing, or if that's so strange. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise slash set, whichever one that is. I'm going to say sunset. Let's assume that this is West Coast. Maybe it's in Oregon. I like that. It feels good to me. I'm sure there's a way to. I feel like there's a way to know that. Wasn't there a map or something at some point? Is that? What is that? Why does that have? Oh my gosh. I think I just found my new favorite object on this map. That's cool. Didn't know I could pick that up. Alright. 21 degrees here. 20 degrees here. We're gonna pray, pray, and all that that we don't die. We got an 18 here. Oh, is it first floor? That would be so tight. Tight. I don't know what's wrong with me. 19 here. 18 here. Alright, no, we're not that lucky. Looks like 18, 19 is about the standard across the board here. That is surprising because it was 20 in the entryway. 17 for a second there, but I don't think it's indicating anything. Is the temperature dropping? Oh gosh, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that sound, that gets me. It's like, 16's here. 17, 16, 6. I feel like the temperature in the whole building has been steadily dropping since we walked in the door. It's still at 16, so if it's not bugged, then the whole building's temperature is just going down slowly. 16. Getting the same temperature everywhere. Except down at the bottom it was hotter. So let's go back down. We're going to take another glance at that setup. Gosh, I really wish I remembered to bring a headlamp when I did this. 17, 18, and a 17, and a 17, and a 17. Breaker's off. Interesting. 16, 17. Wherever he is, he switched the breaker off, and I don't remember where it is. Did we walk past it on the way up? I don't recall. Oh, we hit our first 18. There it is. Seems to me the temperature has been dropping since we walked in. So maybe it kicked the breaker off. Oh, here we are. This is it. I'm going to hit some... Actually, no, we're not. Let's do this first. Any orbs? Any orbs? Man, that clock got me for a second. Alright, no orbs. We're at 7 degrees here. I think I should check below us just to be certain. Nothing happening. No motion or anything. 7, 9. Down here. Should jump back up. Yeah, 18. Alright, so we're definitely here. I'm going to flip on a light for our sanity. But, you know, in-game sanity, not actual sanity. But also that, too. Let's be honest. I'm not just doing this for in-game shit. I'm doing this for my own sanity. It makes me feel better. Didn't notice a cursed object going up. Obviously, we weren't looking for it either. It's not really important to this process. But, you know, I want to take a quick glance around. I don't know where they all are. I feel like the voodoo doll spawned on that couch. That's one thing I actually remember. But the rest of it, Anyways, guys. Okay. Let's take in you. Let's take in you and you. I'll just go across the top there. And let's take in you, you crazy bugger. Of course, it doesn't really matter. I should switch that over to the light, not the UV. So eventually I gotta go back to... I just killed the lights again. It does not like the lights. Eventually I gotta get myself back to doing APOCs. But APOCs are tedious. Are you here? Let's put this down first. Oh, I think it was about to speak and I just cut it off. Okay, it did something. I don't know why that shot like adrenaline through me. Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you?
Magic death.
Yeah, there it is. Alright, so we have Spirit Box for sure. Let's take a look. It's an EMF 4. Nothing worth checking out there. I don't know why I'm checking that again. We know it's not that. Let's mark Spirit Box evidence and Spirit Box. Yeah, that eliminates a demon. Oh, golly. That got me jumping as well. And I got to take a call, so we're going to move. And I'm going to mute. Alright, we're going to take a quick break while I go pick up something. I wasn't expecting a delivery, so hang tight. Be right back. And we are back. Sorry, I had somebody dropping something off that I was not expecting. Okay, so far we've gotten dots and we've gotten spirit box, putting us down to a Dio, Phantom, a Wraith, or Yokai. Of course, I don't need to sit here and speculate. I can just go test. We have salt. We have UV. Might as well grab. What's our sanity look like? 92. Nothing to worry about there. And we'll just grab one of these. Not forgetting anything. No. That's right. It's always this. Unfortunately, just can't be completed in 2 trips. They had to make it 7 items. 7 different types of evidence. Okay. So we'll see what we get here. Was that? Well, there you go. Didn't even know you could get UV there, but we have a Phantom. Don't remember that candle being lit before. I didn't even know that was something ghosts could do. Anywhere else that we might get UV? I wonder. Other than the standard footprints. Alright, well, we've identified our ghost. There's no reason to stick around. Let's make a break for it. And ring the bell to signal our superiority. Moving in, we have circled Phantom. Let's get out of here. Another successful hunt. I do find it kind of amusing that our only purpose here is to identify and leave. Not to trap. Not to drive away or exercise the building or anything like that. Just tell somebody what it is. Sorry, I had a little something caught in my throat there. And for identifying the ghost, just for telling somebody what it is, we get paid a cool $400. Considering how far across the country we had to drive to get here, I don't know if it was worth it. I also have no idea how far across the country. Let's think about this. Tanglewood, Edgefield, these all feel like they could be anywhere. Nell's Diner feels very west, right? That is in a desert. Potentially could be like, wow, I'm blanking. Like Joshua Tree area, that desert, which is not coming to me suddenly. It could also be, based on what it looks like, maybe New Mexico or Arizona, something like that. But then Point Hope doesn't make a lot of sense. That's a very northwest or northeast lighthouse, unless we handle the entirety of the coast. Otherwise, it wouldn't be worth it. The rest of these, farmhouse, it's got flat land around it. It could be that we're on the other side of the mountains, because once you cross the Rockies, even in Oregon, not the Rockies, I'm sorry, the Cascades, even in Oregon, you do get some flat land there. So maybe. But they do feel sort of more center of the country. And then Maple Lodge, Camp Woodwind, a lot of pines. That could be anywhere. Nothing helpful. Nothing helpful with the rest of this. I don't know. Just being silly, none of it matters, right? Select Point Hope and go back in.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Grab the huge. Oh, did they? Did they summon the ghost with a cursed object? You're right, we don't know what it's capable of. We will soon, though. We will soon. It was a dark and foggy night. The moon shone in the sky like a big pizza pie. Ring bell. And pray to whatever gods, old or new, that it's down here in the bathroom. But it's not. Arg. So rarely get lucky enough for that. And so rarely do we remember to bring a goddamn headset. Or change out the headset that we have to the one that we want. Let's just get moving. 20 something. Still in the 20s. Still in the 20s. Oh gosh, it's going to be a long one, isn't it? Oops, gosh, I'm getting caught on everything. It's kind of hard. I have to hold down the, oh, this light's already on. Yeah, it's this. Alright. Gotta hold down the X with my, the side of my pointer while my thumb guides me. And sometimes, I don't know, it's a little hard to drive. We have the camera. That looks like it's gonna be orbs. Kind of hard to tell with the light on, but I just recorded it, so I think it is. Yeah, we have orbs. Almost just kind of creepy, right? Seeing that just floating in the air there? Maybe it is. I like the vibes of that light on. Anything else? Anything that you've touched lately? No. Alright. Is there another lamp? Oh yeah, look at that. 2 bedside lamps. Nice vibes. Alright. Oh, and I like how they shine through the floor here. You know, like a real house. Collision detection much? That is definitely not how lighting works on this game. Is that how lighting works on any game? I feel like that would be the most realistic lighting system, is one that has some sort of collision detection. Right? The light is an object of some sort that spreads in various directions and bounces off things. I guess that would be really complicated to code. I also can't imagine how many objects you would have to code in order to achieve an appropriate effect for that, you know? Like in real life, it's infinite. I mean, it's probably not, but that raises an interesting question that I kind of want to look up. How many photons exist within a cubic meter or something like that? Is there a number of photons? I'm sure it would just be an estimate at best, but I am a little curious. How does that work? I know a lot about how some of this shit works, but that's a question I don't really have an answer to. How densely packed are photons when they're spreading out from a source? How does that work? Like, we're pretty far away. Well, that made me just a little bit uncomfortable. We gotta turn this off anyway. Are you here? Are you friendly? That was something. Put this down first. Put this up first. I'm pretty sure that was dots. 5 degrees. We're not freezing yet. Orbs and I'm fairly certain dots. Not 100%. Something about that. Are you here? Are you friendly? Yes, you are. So, potentially dots, orbs, and spirit box? We have to come... Let's just wait for a second. What were we saying? Oh, we're talking about how densely packed. Yeah, that's dots. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, we were talking about how densely packed photons might be coming off of a source. Photons are just packets of energy, right? I mean, they're not specific. Like when you think about when you turn on a light bulb and that filament heats up to start emitting light, it's really just emitting energy. It has to emit it in a wavelength. How does that wave move through space? You know, you always see them as sort of a two-dimensional squiggly line, right? But really, what does it look like? It's probably something I can look up. I like to think that it might have might be something much more fourth dimensional than is easy to describe, but I can't really see that. Of course, I can't really see fourth dimensional stuff. Dots. Spirit box. I'm talking too much. It's a yokai. Let's get out of here.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Took me way too long to get over that button. Why did I get 400 last time and only 312 this time? Probably completed some daily goal or something. I don't know. I have to check. Looks like it. Discover the ghost type for an extra $100. All right. Hey, before we go, this is gonna totally mess with us next time we go back in for Apocalypse. Woof, man, my brain doesn't really want to work, right? Do we need 4? No, I'm not messing with that. Never mind. It's not like we're losing them. What's our money situation? 130,000. No need to even think about it. Let's go.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. Got the intel. Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
So, let's think about how sound works, right? When you make a sound, when I make a sound with my mouth, I'm causing essentially a cone of vibrating air molecules to move out from the source, right? That cone is completely shaped by my mouth, and it can be, I can focus it, right, so that the sound moves differently based on the shape of my mouth, how wide I make it, how narrow I make it. Actually, that sound is kind of localized down in the vocal cords, right? But it does resonate throughout and reflect off of different surfaces and throughout the body, particularly in the head. But, you know, your chest is also a big resonator. So does it move out more in an orb shape around me? I guess not, right? If you're behind me, yes, you hear things. Maybe it does. Maybe it does move out in an orb, but the best... I heard a sound. It probably was nothing. The best, the most clear, the most vibrations. I heard something. Yeah, here it is. In this room again. Did it just blow out a candle? What was that? Anybody else hear that? It sounded like it blew out a candle. Definitely did something. Why didn't I bring a camera this time? How strange. Excuse me. How strange. Yeah, the clearest sounds are in the path of the mouth. So maybe you're getting all those vibrations. But all of those vibrations, right, they have to mix together. How does it stay Oh, this gets so tricky. Like, how many molecules of air am I vibrating at any given second? Or with every sound? If there's a cacophony of sound around me, are each of those vibrating all of them? Is that cacophony? If you pause in any one moment and hold that whatever cacophonous note you have, you just hear one thing, one noise that is the combination of all noise around you in that moment. I think I'm ending up with more questions than answers here, and really revealing how limited my knowledge of physics is. Maybe that's what I should go back to school for. I started working on a degree in physics when I was in college, but didn't finish it. I got distracted by an arts degree. But I'm curious. I just don't like the tedium of doing all the math. I want to know the big concepts, but I don't want to sit there and do all the calculus. Like, I can do the math. I just don't enjoy doing it. It's tedious and it burns me out. Oh, look, there's a rib cage right here. Can't believe I didn't notice that before. Hit the lights. Gosh, it's so hard to do with this thing in my face. Hearing weird noises, right? I thought I just heard it writing the book. Object thrown. I'll take it. Why not? You're still not getting a 5, no. Alright, no orbs. Okay, we're gonna take a step back. That might have been a 5. So I just got a chill from that. That's a 4. What's the temperature in here? 5 degrees. Are you here? It's a dots. Are you here? Are you friendly? How old are you? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? It's really messing with a lot of stuff. Alright, we have dots. We have nothing else so far. Everything's in there, but nothing is yet giving us evidence. Anyway, yeah, curiosity for physics degree, but not the patience to do all the math. I guess that means I could just read more books, I guess. Haven't read a lot of popular books on physics. Brief History of Time being probably the only one that I've read. A couple of textbooks here and there, but, you know, there's so much more calculus involved than big topics, you know. Which, you know, you figure out how this, like, sure, somebody could just tell me how it works. I'm going to take a camera. We'll just get a picture of that rib cage. Sure, somebody could just tell me how that works, but if I was able to do the math, maybe I could just figure it out on my own. But I'm sure that's already been done, right? Why would I waste my time doing math that's already been done? I don't know. Because that's what college is for. To understand how we got there, so that you can continue the process moving forward. So it kind of bugs me. Everybody's like, oh, you should learn how to do your taxes while you're in school, or you should learn other things. It's like, why are we spending our time learning trig when we could learn how to cook meals? And to that, I'd say school is not, I mean, yes, to an extent, we do learn cooking in like home ec classes and all that. Oh, hello, UV. Don't even need the salt. That's what school is for. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not. That was not the way. That was not the point I was trying to make. That light is on now. So we have UV. We have dots. What are we missing? Did I get a picture of that already? Yeah. Let's just grab it. Or, even more, what am I forgetting? UV. Hey, Hey, I got a camera in my hand. Might as well get that photo. That's neat. Yep, my sanity's probably taking a dive too. 1.9, it's not freezing. Not yet. Oh, it's written in the book. Since I got a camera in my hand. Dear gosh, man. They're just getting all the photos. Great. Why not? You know, we got it. Alright, let's get out of here. Put all that stuff in our book when we get downstairs, because I got goosebumps right now. That thing creeped me. Yeah, so school is really for taking on, like, passing down all of the collective knowledge that we've come up with in terms of science and art and literature, which is, I guess, art. But, you know, learning literature helps with reasoning and language and dialect, not dialect, understanding and all that. So all that stuff, yeah, I don't know. What am I on about? What am I even on about? We had that. We had writing. We have an Obambo. Obambo, which means we were entering its angry phase. I just had the weirdest thing. I'm eating mozzarella sticks, and I swear, I bit down on something that was very hard, and it kind of looks like a tooth covered in breading. What is this? I don't want to know. You know what? I don't need to know. That's what I got. All right, we got Nabumbo. Let's. We also got a bunch of pictures and a video. That's wild. I don't know why we bothered doing all that, but it's fun. Let's get out of here. I mean, we'll get a little bit more money, but, you know, sitting on 130 grand, I don't need it.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
So yeah, like I was saying, school is, you know, passing down collected knowledge throughout the years. But something like taxes, hey, that changes year to year. How do you even develop a curriculum for something that changes so quickly and easily? And it's not necessarily, you know, collected knowledge. It's just, I don't know, societal need. We pay taxes in order to have the society that we set out as a group to, or that we decided as a group we want. I don't know. That's a wholly different conversation. I am going down rabbit holes upon rabbit holes when really I feel like we started with light and trying to determine what light would look like moving out from a source, vibrating through space. How would that appear? And in any case, hey, let's hunt. I'm just going down weird rabbit holes. But yeah, I feel like things like taxes and, you know, how to dress yourself and behave yourself and all that stuff should be taught by a community. School should be reserved for, you know, passing down the collective knowledge that we have. Because that takes, especially in this day and age when things are rushing fast so forward, that takes a lot of effort and a lot of time. I mean, here in the States, it takes a minimum of 12 years to even get to what we feel like is a basic level of knowledge in math and science and literature and all that. Like not even a, you know, a good education, just like a very basic one. You come out of high school thinking you know something. You really barely do. You've only scratched the surface of some of these things, and you should continue pursuing anything that strikes your interest. The other part about me that bugs me is why do they always go for math when they're complaining about learning things in school? They're like, well, we shouldn't have to learn math. I'm like, you can do so much by applying a math education. You know, I did get a degree in math, but I didn't go into math. I went into the arts. But I do use my math education from time to time. I use trig a lot. I use calculus once in a while. And not because I have to. I mean, there are other ways to find the answers to the things I'm looking for, but using math, A, makes me feel smarter, and B, often gets me there faster. I love to tell a story. I tell it from time to time about a job I was working years ago now, where one day one of my bosses called in and they asked me to take a giant spool of rope, of hemp rope, out into an alleyway behind the building, lay it all out in the alleyway, and measure it to give him an idea of how much rope we had. Lay it out in the alleyway, and it was a lot of rope. I don't even think it would have fit in the alleyway. I think I would have had to, double back and all that. And it would have taken me forever. Instead, I just pulled. I went online. Because I wouldn't have had this formula memorized at the time. I just went online. I found a calculus formula describing what I wanted. Oh my God, it's up front. How did we not notice? The bathroom's a different room. And it just wasn't cooled down. Alright. Cool. Yeah, I found a calculus formula for it. I did a few measurements. Like on the thickness of the rope, the diameter of the spool, inside and outside. Yeah, and like a few other things, right? The necessary measurements. And I was able to come up with a pretty good estimation of how much rope was on that spool. It was something like 205 feet or something like that. And I explained this to my boss when he got back in the office, and he was pissed. He thought I hadn't done the job, so he took the rope outside himself, laid it out in the alleyway, and measured it. And I'll never forget how he walked back in and wouldn't even look at me, because I was right. I mean, I don't think I was exact. I think we got slightly different. Like, I got 205 feet and he got 200 feet or something like that. But, close enough. Good enough. I don't really know the best place to put this in here, so we'll just put it here. Whatever. Small room. Are you here? Are you friendly? Where are you? How old are you? Are you near? Are you far? Where are you? Are you here? Yeah, it's not responding. We'll keep it on. We're chatterboxing quite a bit. Trig comes up quite a bit in a lot of things I do because I build stuff, or at least I used to. I had to take a bite of my mozzarella sticks there. So yeah, I use trig from time to time to calculate angles and measure and find hypotenuses. The stuff that you use trig for. I can't believe I searched this whole Lighthouse and it was right here. So, even if you don't memorize all that stuff, knowing that you can use it and figuring out when the right time to use it is extremely, helpful in developing your career. Or it could be. Or it could be very helpful just to do whatever job you're doing. I mean, take statistics just so you know what's possible with statistics. Who knows when that would come up. I hated statistics. I absolutely hated statistics. But, all right. We kind of got to watch to see if he steps across that salt. And we have UV. That's one thing. UV. Let's see. Yeah, we still got quite a bit of investigating to do here. Hey, look at that. Handprint. Just to check again. It's very bright in here now, but I don't see orbs. So let's double check over here. Yeah, no orbs. Probably eliminate that from our search. No writing. No spirit box. It hasn't sounded like an sounded like an EMS5, but we have freezing. Demon, Hantu, Jinn, Mimic. It's not gonna be a Mimic. It could be a demon. Got my smudge at the ready. My tier 1 smudge. Oh, that sounds. Nope, that's an EMF4. Let's take a step outside here. Think about what it could be. Oops. Ghost, demon. We would need writing to prove that. What are our other options? Hantu, Jinn, and Mimic. Well, Hantu would require freezing, so it is freezing. But they would also have orbs. Mimics would show orbs, even though it's not one of their things. And we get EMF5 for a Jinn. Ugh. So nothing on Spirit Box, right? I'm fairly certain of that. I don't even think it's an option. Let's turn that sucker off. It's too annoying. I'm scared to say it, but I don't think it's EMF5. I think if it was, we would have gotten it by now. But the fact... Do I have another book? I don't know if I do. I'm also going to check my sanity while I'm out here. Just in case there's a chance that it is a demon. But I feel like... Well... No, we have seen the demon hunt very early. Oh, our sanity has been dropped quite a bit. That tells me Jinn. I'm going to go Jinn. We're going to see what happens if I go Jinn. I don't really feel like going back in. 55% though, usually would never drop below 90 in these. I think it zapped us a few times.
Welcome back.
There you go. Brilliant. Hey, how long have we been here? We've chatted a lot tonight. About 45 minutes. We've gotten several good. We're at 29 out of 50. We're making progress. Thank you all for joining me. Have a great night. I will be back in the future. See ya.